When the food we rely on is just a quick trip to the grocery store, it's easy to feel disconnected from how it's produced. If I told you that 1 in 3 mouthfuls of food that we eat depend on pollination by an insect, would you believe me? Here's the buzz. Bumblebees are an important group of insects that pollinate many agricultural crops. Yet in Canada, roughly 1/3 of our native bumblebees are in decline. One of the biggest threats to their existence is the disappearance of critical habitat to make way for agriculture and development. This makes it difficult for bumblebees to find places to start their nests and to hibernate over the winter. During the winter, bumblebee queens are buried beneath the soil, waiting for spring to emerge from hibernation. When a queen emerges, she will find a nest site and supply it with pollen and nectar. The queen must search for food, incubate her eggs, and defend the nest alone until her first set of workers reach adulthood. Later in the summer, the queen will produce males and new queens for the next generation. After mating, the new queens will hibernate until the following spring. And when winter comes, all of the bees in the colony die, except the queens in hibernation. Understanding the life cycle is critical to protecting these important species. Despite the fact that researchers have been studying bumblebees for nearly 2 centuries, we know very little about what bumblebees are looking for when choosing a nest site. My research addresses these critical questions through the use of artificial nest boxes. I've built and installed 400 nest boxes throughout Ontario. By monitoring above and below ground nests, I hope to learn more about where bumblebees are nesting. It's also important to know how colonies grow throughout the season. A detailed understanding of their nesting behavior and development is critical to ensure their well-being. So take an inside look into the nests of bumblebees. I've used an endoscope. I found that while some species prefer to nest exclusively above or below ground, others are more opportunistic and will occupy both types of nests. The most exciting observation was of 2 half-black bumblebee colonies that were nesting above ground. This is significant because historically, this species is only known to nest at or below the surface. With an inside look into the nests of wild bumblebees, I am uncovering new information about this mostly unknown component of their life cycle. So what's the buzz about then? It's simple. We need bees. Now, more than ever, we must do what we can to protect these species from extinction. So the next time you're at the grocery store, remember to thank a bee. Thank you.